Today we're going to work on adding basic text to our video using the text tool and the essential graphics panel. I already have my video clip on my timeline. I'm going to use the text tool, which is located on the tool panel to the left of my timeline. If your workspace looks different than mine, remember, you can choose the window menu in the Adobe Premiere Pro program, Workspaces, and make sure that Editing has a dot next to it. If it does not, make sure to click Editing in the menu so that you're in the Editing workspace. If it still doesn't look the same as mine, go to the window menu again, Workspaces, and instead of clicking Editing, move your mouse to the lower area of the menu and choose Reset to Saved Layout. In this workspace, I'm going to use the text tool. That's located to the left of my timeline. When I click the text tool, it's now selected. I'm going to move to my program monitor, which is where I can view the video I'm editing, and I'm going to draw a text box. I want to add text to this video clip with the student's school. So I'm going to put the text box in the lower section of the video frame. I'm clicking and dragging to draw the text box, and now I've released my mouse. Notice that when I do this, a Properties panel appears on the right-hand side of my window. Inside of my text box, there's a cursor that's showing me that it's selected. In the Properties panel, there's a layer that has a T and an eyeball. That's the text layer I just created, and it's empty because I haven't typed yet, and you can tell because there's nothing in the layer itself. So I'm going to type in my text layer and type the student's school. I would like the text to extend all the way across the bottom of the screen. So I'm going to choose my Select tool by clicking the icon or pressing the hotkey V, which now puts a border box with handles around my text. I'm going to grab the handle on the right side and drag outward to extend my text box. I don't want to extend it all the way to the edge of my screen for formatting purposes unless I need to type more. So I'm going to instead keep it at the end of the word school. Now, if I want to alter this text more, I can double-click in the text box again to highlight it, or move to the text layer in my Properties panel to double-click it and select it as well. In this Properties panel, I can change a few things about the text, which I want to do. I'm going to first choose a new font. That's under the word Text. If you don't see the drop-down menu, most likely you need to open your text menu by clicking the caret to the left of the word Text in the Properties panel. So I'm going to click Text, and now I'm going to click where it says Lucida Grande. And I'm going to choose a different font based on whatever project I'm working on. I've chosen a different font. I can set different styles underneath the font choice, such as bold, italic, all caps, small caps, superscript, subscript, or underline. I don't feel that I need to adjust this text for my purpose, so I'm going to skip that step. Next, there's a slider that allows me to change my font size. So I'm going to appropriately adjust it for the font size I need. I can also set my alignment of the text below, as well as change the color under Appearance. Again, if my Appearance menu is not open, all I have to do is click the caret to the left of Appearance. Fill is the color of your text. If I click this white box, I can choose a different fill color. By moving the slider first to pick a different hue, then moving my cursor around within the color choice box to pick a shade, darker, a tint, lighter, or a tone mixed with gray of that color. Once I pick the color I want, I would press OK. I can also put an outline on my text using the feature Stroke. If I check the box next to the color, I can now change that color again, changing the hue slider and then choosing the outline color I would like. Now, if I select my selection tool, if I choose my selection tool again, I can see that I've changed my font's color and placed an outline and adjusted the font size. You can also add other features in text and font. Those are things that we'll cover later. But to show you, you can choose a background for the font. You can also create a shadow to give it more depth on the screen. At this point, return to your shot type video and add text to each clip you have to label the clip for the shot type it's demonstrating. If my Properties panel doesn't pop up when I first add the text, I'm going to go to the Window menu in Premiere Pro, and I'm going to make sure at the lower area of the menu that the word Properties has a check mark next to it. If it doesn't have a check mark next to it, that means that that window or panel has been closed. To make it appear, I will click the word Properties and the window should appear.